What is going on, my friends? Happy weekend. Vitai Dubin is here. Welcome back to another episode of today's in Crypto Show. So the market is moving slowly today. We're about to close a week with a pretty bloodbath on the altcoins market, and the question is, where do we go from here? Is Bitcoin going to go down or is it going to go up? Some people say, oh, it's a bear market started, and they completely miss the point. We are in the middle of the bull market right now, and I want to discuss what's going on with the ETF, with the Ethereum ETF, with the first Solana ETF that is maybe launching soon. And I want to discuss the state of the markets, the altcoins and Bitcoins, and where we are moving to go from there. So let's get the show going. So what we're seeing right now is this week was pretty brutal for altcoins. I do believe a lot of them are starting to be in a very juicy, attractive area to buy. We see the meme coins have been a pretty brutal week for them, like Dogu's had minus 31%, Shiba Inu minus 13%. Some of the Ethereum coins we're seeing also is down. Um, Very few coins are actually up this week, but the market is slowly starting to recover. Today is a little bit of an up, with Ton leading the way, was up 6% on the day. Let's take a look at a Bitcoin market. What I'm seeing right now, we're still in this area of consolidation. After on the middle of the March it hit $73,000, and Bitcoin is kind of moving between support and resistance on this triangle basically. And what we can see over here is that eventually it's gonna break to the upside, right? Even if it's gonna touch this area of $62,500, which is the golden pocket, or even go lower and be catched by the trend line support of around 60k or 59k, is still not gonna be a point of panic. If it's gonna cross actually on the downside like this and then come back and then claim it as resistance, now this scenario is not likely. We are on a stochastic RSI with an oversold territory, and just beginning to shift the momentum a little bit to the upside, and we are oversold on a daily. So maybe a little bit more pain, but I don't see this as breaking the major trend line of the bull market, and we're actually going much higher. I'm gonna explain my thesis and why I think that Bitcoin is gonna break to the upside. Every single bull market, every single time after the halving, which happened in April, we see a consolidation phase of around several months. So there's just nothing unusual. Okay, we just hit a new all-time high before the Bitcoin halving, which was a bit before the schedule. So we are getting a bit early here on the cycle, but there are several plays right here that the demands from the institutional investors is gonna just pick up. I'm gonna show you some signs of that. But one thing I want to point out right here that I do not like is on a monthly level here on a stochastic RSI, whenever we hit below this both the blue line and the orange line below the 75 level, we had a major correction in the market. I mean, like 70-80% corrections, 60% corrections, right? So I don't quite see this type of a major correction like it was in 2019 playing, right? Or what we see a correction over here when it was April, May 2021. However, I do see a warning sign that if we're gonna close both of these lines below the 75, that maybe we see some trouble over here. But there is no real point to panic right now. We don't have enough data right now. We're simply testing still this previous area of resistance as support on a global monthly level, right? So we're just testing this area of support. Nothing too crazy. Yes, we are a bit on overbought territory on the monthly. However, we can stay here for a while, as it is indicated over here. We can stay in an overbought territory in a bull market for quite a while, as you can see. December 2015 until November 2017 is like 2 years, right? So we can easily go and hover in these areas for the next 2 years until we finally start the bear market. So no point in right now to panic. Okay. What happened was Ethereum. So Ethereum, after the news of the Ethereum ETF being approved and start trading probably in the 2nd or the 4th of July, we are seeing over here the huge candle, the biggest in the history of Ethereum candle, going from $3,000 to $3,900. It's an $800 weekly candle, and after that we're seeing a slow bleeding for Ethereum for 4 consecutive weeks. But I do see that the volume over here, okay, the volume is actually not that high, and you can see the volume over here is pretty low, when you compare it to the breakout that we see during the 20th of May week. So that gives me hope that Ethereum is seeing the worst of the days when it hit $3,363, and after the launch of the ETF is going to try and attempt to secure this level of $4,000 as support, breaking it and then testing it as support. That is my hope. If not, then Ethereum can do one more push to the downside, falling into the $3,200 area. In this case, is going to be even more juicy and more attractive to buy Ethereum and Ethereum based tokens as well. So keep your cash on the side in order to take advantage of that in case this will play out. However, in the bull market, you don't really want to time the exact pullbacks, right? Because this is just a temporary dip in an overall bigger, if in doubt, just zoom out. Look at a 3 month chart for Ethereum and look how bullish it is. Look how bullish it is. It's just a blip in the chart right here. We're ending this quarter with just a little bit of a downward move. So I do see a lot more. Look at the momentum on the 3 months just going up for Ethereum. So looking at the bigger picture, of course, Ethereum is very, very bullish and is likely to hit $10,000 during this bull market cycle following this Ethereum ETF, right? Ethereum as a technology is going to be very lucrative for these giant companies to also put in some money into the Ethereum as well. When it comes to the Bitcoin ETFs, it sucked up 2 months of Bitcoin mining supply in the first week of June. All this new Bitcoin that was produced by the miners have been bought up just by the US Bitcoin ETFs alone. I'm not talking about all the rest of the ETFs. Okay, 2 months of the Bitcoin mining. That's how much of the demand there is. And if you look at the net inflows in the last 30 days, we're looking about $2.4 billion of net inflows into the Bitcoin spot ETF. So that's quite good. And according to this article, Bitcoin supply to run out on exchanges in the 9 months. Supply on exchanges will dry up in 9 months after the upcoming Bitcoin halving. So this article was published on the 16th of April, but it do hold its validity because the exchange reserve is just going down. It's being bought up. Now we see Van X Australian first ever listing of spot Bitcoin ETF could help bring in $1 billion of AUM into the Aussie digital asset ETF, on top of our estimates of $1 billion for Hong Kong and $1 billion for South Korea, to add up to $3 billion potential for Asia Pacific region. So we're looking pretty good. And here is a good bullish news for the Bitcoin. We have the Dell CEO joins the games for the Bitcoin and hinting on buying Bitcoin. Scarcity creates value was his tweet, watched by 2.2 million people. It catch the eye and attention of Michael Saylor, which of course have bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and continue to buy it. And Michael Dell, which is the 14th richest person in the world, he's buying Bitcoin, right? And he posted on Twitter this monster eating up Bitcoin cookies, basically implying that he is he is, he's sitting on about $6 billion of cash. Recently put up a poll including blockchain in the poll. What do you think will be the next big breakthrough in technology? And most people said blockchain. So you see right there with AI. So there is all these hints showing that Michael Dell may be basically just like Michael Saylor. That's what two Michaels buying Bitcoin is better than one, right? Going after the Bitcoin. Now, when it comes to Solana ETFs in the works, the 3IQ files for new ETP in Solana, of Solana ETF in Canada. So the Solana product Q Sol seeks to provide shareholders not just with holding Solana, but also staking yield accrued from the Solana network. I don't know if it's going to be approved or not at this point, but this is just an indication that maybe Solana ETF is coming at some point in the future. Now, we've been seeing some very high FDV tokens launched recently, which is putting a lot of valuation. What is FDV? Is fully diluted valuation. Is basically take all the supply of the coins, multiply by the price, and that was the launch. 4.5 billion, 4.3 billion for ZK Sync, 3.2 billion for Ionet, Aether 2.8 billion. Why they're launching such a high valuation, right? So the market doesn't have enough capital to absorb such a high valuation project, and we've been seeing millions actually of new tokens being created. A lot of them on the meme side on the Solana network, which people just don't have that much capital to absorb so many of the coins launching up. We see Nvidia as the most valuable company in the world right now. It surpassed Microsoft, and this is because of the AI. It just hints you how much AI is in need of these GPU chips. Nvidia, most valuable company, $3.34 trillion market cap right now. It is insane. Now, I do have to speak about the interest rate cuts and how this interest rate cuts may affect Bitcoin, crypto, your bags, and the stock market. So you see the history, what history reveals about the rate cuts. We're right now seeing in the past year and a half, we've seen such a fast raise from 0.25% interest rate to 5.5% interest rate. And we've seen periods in the last 50 years, okay, which a couple years periods when the interest rates were actually cut, went down. And this has a significant ripple effects on the economy and the financial markets, because if the interest rates are cut, people can more easily buy real estate, they can more easily buy risk assets, they can easily more borrow money, right? So that means expansion, right? And there is a hint on what to expect in 2024. The current expectation of the FOMC will start to cut interest rates in 2024. This may start with a cut in September, perhaps followed by one or more or two more at November or December meetings. So why? Because, well, the US debt had hit unprecedented levels, and they have to cut interest rates in order to stop paying so much money for the interest on the debt, right? So that's kind of logical and what is to follow. So if we're gonna see interest rates start to be cut, it's gonna be positively correlated with Bitcoin going up, which is lining up also that this year towards the end of the year, September, October, November, we're gonna start seeing Bitcoin pumping. And this is where altcoins are really gonna start pumping, when Bitcoin is gonna finally go into the 90K, 85 to 90K area, and we can see Ethereum then go to 5 or 6K, and altcoins are gonna pump. So you gotta be ready for this. You gotta be ready for this right now, okay? And not when this is actually going to already occur. It's gonna be too late. So get ready for it right now, position right now. You don't really cannot catch the exact bottom move of the dip in the bull market, but you can be pretty damn close. And right now we are pretty damn close on this dip for the Bitcoin at 64K. It looks nice, unless something catastrophic happens. unless we're gonna see this monthly going to go down. We're going to see some significant moves and correction to the downside, like we've seen in 2019, which was a move of, let me show you this, about 60-70% to the downside. Yeah. Yeah, unless something that happens, which is not that likely with all the ETFs that are flowing to the market. Okay, I see this an area of consolidation right now for Bitcoin, and then we're gonna jump to the next level of 80k to 90k, and we're gonna start jumping much higher. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as much more likely scenario. And right now you need to position yourself. Look at what Rect Capital said. Bitcoin is following the blue path well. Following, like, comparing 2016 and 2024 cycles, that we are gonna break finally on a weekly basis, and then we're gonna start pumping much higher to the upside. Okay. And one last thing, there's Coinbase, and there is Coinbase launching, introducing smart wallets coming very soon. Basically, that you can have integration in different chains, and Coinbase has a lot of users, is the biggest crypto company in the USA. So this is all bullish news to help much more with the adoption of different assets. You can see here Base, you see Ethereum, you see Binance Smart Chain, you see Avalanche, you see Polygon, you see Arbitrum, you see Optimism. So yeah, that is coming. And that's a good thing for the adoption overall. So that's what I want to share with you guys today on today's show. I hope you're doing fantastic. And by the way, tomorrow is the start of the training of FINAP artificial intelligence. If you guys are not aware of this, there is a first AI trading big data super app that is capable to trade whether Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down, or sideways. It's capable to make money because of the artificial intelligence technology. With official Binance broker link, that the money is stored in the Binance, and the number one Binance link broker, which is Signally. This platform went live a couple days ago, and the trading is getting ready to start trading tomorrow. So this is a low risk strategy that you can use with this. And if you want more information about it, I'm going to include in the description of this video a way for you to learn more information about how this product can help you grow your wealth significantly. Okay, with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next videos.